Hello everyone, my name is Monica and I welcome you all to one of the sessions of Verbal Ability. In continuation to all the grammar exercises which have been covered successfully in the classes, I would introduce a topic that is subject-verb agreement. As the topic itself says clearly that there should be an agreement between subject and verb. Or we can understand like the verb should be in consonance with the subject in person and number. Subject-verb agreement is one of the most important and significant topics in English grammar. So without any delay, let's begin. It is comprised of several rules, and let's begin with the rule number 1, which says if there are two singular subjects and they are joined by the connector and, in that case they carry a plural verb. For example, Rahul and Sohan. Rahul and Sohan are good friends. We, right from the childhood, we have been using such sentences, but there is an exception also. So let's see what is exception. Exception says, this rule says, if these two singular subjects, they refer to one idea or they belong to the same person or same thing, in that case, they carry a singular verb. For example, dal and rice. Dal and rice is my favorite food. Here, dal and rice, they both are denoting to a collective noun here, which is food. And that's why they are carrying a singular verb, which is here. Let's see the another sentence. Slow and steady. We all are reminded of the story of rabbit and tortoise. And we remember the learning also that was slow and steady wins the race. So why did we use wins here? Because slow and steady, they both are referring to one idea. Similarly, I have put another sentence which is like this. My friend, philosopher and guide has come. So my friend who is a philosopher and guide as well has come. So these qualities, I mean the philosopher and the guide and friend, they all are referring to one person, and that's why we are using a singular verb which is has here. So let's move on to the next slide. It is actually about the usage of articles, and see, if and, the connector and is followed by a subject which is joined with any of the articles a and the, and if same thing happens after and also. For example, the director and the producer. So here in this we see that there is an article before director and before producer as well. So we'll be using this plural verb. Why? Because director and producer, they both are referring to different persons. The director and the producer have come. Now look at the another example where we see article the before director but not before producer. So it clearly shows that these two people are not two, but they are actually referring to one person. That means the same person is the director and producer as well. And therefore, we'll be using the director and producer has come. We will be using a singular verb which is has here. Let's move on to the next slide, which is speaking about rule number 3. Rule number 3, the first is as well as. The meaning of as well as is actually along with. So when we say Rahul as well as his friends, we actually need to say Rahul along with his friends. It should be pay or pays. For this we need to check the subject, and here the subject is Rahul. Since the subject is Rahul, this will be a singular helping verb. That means singular verb, that means pays. Rahul as well as his friends pays a visit to the temple every day. That's Rahul's everyday action. Now let's see another example. One of the 5 members. So when we select one out of many, we use one of the 5 members, one of the students, one of my friends, one of my colleagues. So we use singular helping verb because here the subject is actually one. One of my friends is, one of the 5 members is at fault. Now same goes with the use of none of. None of his 4 sons. I'm sure you're able to guess. It should be singular is looking after him. Now the rule number 4 is actually about the usage of relative pronoun. Relative pronoun, we all are aware they are whose, whom, who, which, that and many more. Now look at the first example which is given here. He is the one who has or have done a lot for his family. So here we have to identify the relative pronoun first. Here the relative pronoun is who, right? And for helping verb, whether we should use has or have, we need to see the adjacent word, the word adjacent to who, the relative pronoun. Here the word is one. So according to one, the verb will be has. So this sentence will be, he is the one who has done a lot for his family. Now similarly look at the next example which says, she is one of the noblest women that has or have ever lived on this earth. Here in this example also, we see the relative pronoun is that and the adjacent word we see is women, which is actually a plural form. So that's why we'll be using a plural verb. It means the sentence will be like this. She is one of the noblest women that have ever lived on this earth. So let's move on to the next one. Yes, here comes the use of collective noun. We all are aware what are the collective nouns. Okay, let me tell you again. Collective noun is a noun which is a collection of things or persons. Now here on this slide we can see herd, committee, jury. These all are the collective nouns. In fact, there are many other collective nouns too, like family, team, police and many more. Here look at the first example, the herd of cows. Now see, here the subject is what? Here the subject is herd. The herd of cows is grazing in the field. Generally collective nouns carry a singular verb. So here we are using is because the herd is a collective noun. Similarly, committee. Here the collective noun is committee and we are using has. The committee has unanimously taken its decision. But there is an exception also to this rule. In case there is a disagreement among the members of that particular collective noun, could be jury, could be committee, could be family, could be team. In that case, we use a helping verb which is plural. For example, the jury are divided in their opinion. I am sure that it's very clear to everyone. So if there is a disagreement, we can use or we use a plural helping verb, plural verb. So let's move on to the next one. Yes, these are the words which are actually referred as uncountable noun. Uncountable nouns. Here we have furniture, advice, milk, work, information and many more. So let's look at the first example, that is furniture. Furniture, these are the words which actually do not carry S or ES at the end. For example, we do not say furnitures, we say furniture. I have purchased furniture for my house. The furniture of a house is beautiful. Similarly, we have advice. Even if somebody has given you a lot of suggestions, but you would always say that I have received a wise advice or I have received advice from him. Same goes with milk, work, information. I have received no information. I have received a piece of information, but it is never informations. All the pieces of information are correct. Plural verb can also be used, but in a different way. We'll not be using S or ES to these words. Like the example which I have given just now, all the pieces of information are correct. Luggage, poetry. There are people who use poetries. No, it's not poetries. It is poems, but it is not poetries. It is poetry. Same goes with knowledge, dirt, dust, traffic, electricity, music. Stationery, yes, here comes a wonderful word which is scenery. In fact, this word is used in many of the exams also. The scenery. We do not have a word like sceneries. It is scenery. The scenery of Kashmir is beautiful. Same goes with bakery, crockery, behavior and many more. Now let's move on. Here I have kept a small exercise just to see how much we have learned. So look at the first sentence. The result of the recognition of this fact. Here we have to identify what is the subject. Here the subject is result. So according to result, the verb will be used. So it should be The result of the recognition of this fact is seen in the gradual improvement of the diet of the poor. Let's move on. Rahul as well as Mohan. I have just explained. Rahul as well as Mohan means Rahul along with Mohan is good. Time and tide, it's a famous proverb. We all have been using it and we all are aware that it is weights. Why? I'm sure that you are able to answer now. Since time and tide, they both are referring to one idea. So we'll be using a singular verb which is weights. My friend and benefactor. Since my friend, who is the benefactor? I mean, they both words are referring to one person. The same person is my friend as well and benefactor as well. So that person has come. That they are fools. Here we have to see what is the subject. The subject is actually the fact that. The fact is actually hidden here. So we'll be using a singular verb. The fact that they are fools is known to everyone. None of the reports, one of the reports, same, is worth consideration. A good man and honest citizen. Now look here. Here we see article before good man, but we do not see article before honest. That means it's a clear indication that they both are referring to one person and therefore we'll be using a singular helping verb which is has. So I'm sure this has been a great learning experience for all of you. I would advise to keep on practicing ahead and stay at home, stay healthy. Thank you so much for listening to me. Thanks once again.